Good afternoon and welcome to today's webinar on embedded reports. Throughout the webinar, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat box and we will address them. If you have any questions that maybe aren't related to embedded reports, you can always reach out and our team will be ready to help you out there. And with that, today's presentation will be by James from our BI team. James, are you ready?
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is James Arendt. I am the business intelligence architect here for MJ Freeway. And today's demonstration is going to be reviewing our embedded analytics. Our embedded analytics comes standard with your purchase of MJ platform. And I will log in. We're going to use a test account for this, but once you log in, select your facility. I'll stop on the landing page, and you have all your other services that you use for platform, but down here you have your analytics button. Here, this is how you access all embedded analytics. So once you click on that, you go to the page. First thing, when you land here, it will be on the tab all. So this is all the reports that are available to you, covering all three verticals. They're also organized by vertical. If you select them here, we have retail, E&I, cultivation. And kind of the topics of all these reports is tracking everything as a part of your business to give you analytics for. So just to highlight some of the top ones, we have stuff on coupon, activity, your inventory, lab results, your order payments, so supply chain, your retail sales, on patients, your product listing, rewards, sales reports, sales orders, your transfers, etc. So that's kind of high level of all the topics it's covering. Your E&I is going to have a lot of the same ones like inventory in your products, but it'll have things like your waste or production runs, processing or assembly. And then cultivation has some the same stuff, inventory and lab results, but you'll have things like harvest batch, plant feeding schedules, your plants reports, stuff like that. So just to kind of demo a couple of the reports, I'll go with the order sales first. So this is, we're looking at retail, opening up looking at all your retail sales that happen at your POS. And just kind of to give the feel of what these reports all kind of look like. First, when you open it up, these reports are all embedded in an iframe on side here, and it will show all of your data within your organization. So first, standard way of a lot of these dashboards, you have your KPIs that are over here on the left, telling you your order total, your subtotal, your taxes, discounts, how many products, cost of goods. You have your sales by date line chart, just to show you what your sales by day are, breaking it up in different ways from age ranges, hours of the day, your gender, where it's sold by zip code, patient groups, days of the week. So you always have kind of some visuals that you can interact with and filter on. And then down below, standard is some, for the Excel lovers, you have your standard report kind of views that give you all the details. So like here we have your orders by row. So one row per order, getting you all the details of that order, when it happens. And then down below, you have the actual product details. So this is the inventory that was part of all that. So multiple rows per order, for examples, but you want to see at the package level all the inventory that went out. So this is your typical, setup of all the dashboards, some visuals, and just to review some of the features. So with this, all these visuals are selectable and will filter the rest of the data set. What I mean by is, like, say you have the line chart here and you want to look between January of 23 and January of 24. You can drag and slide and then filter that. Now automatically the date is filtered. All the other data has also filtered along with that. So everything now shows from the date range that you've selected. say you want to just look at sales that happen for people under 30. You can select that. Now immediately all the fields will adjust and say you only care about Wednesday sales. So then you click on Wednesday. So now with just a couple clicks, we've looked between a date range for people age under 30 and only sales on Wednesdays. And then down here you have a list of all your orders. There's 13 specific orders on those dates, and then you have all the products that were included in those sales. Along with filters, so now we have all those filters applied. At the top up here, there's a little pane, filter box pane up here. If you notice this little cone up here, by selecting this, you basically open it up and show all the filters that are applied on this dashboard. So right now we could see that there was a completed date of Wednesday that's here on the filter. We could click the X box. If you hover over these little blue pills of the filters that are selected, by clicking the X, you can clear that filter. So now there's no filter. And then we have a completed date filter of a time period. I could also clear that out. In all these dashboards, we do list some of the most common fields that might be filtered on. And so they are available to you. When you select on the down caret, it will either populate a list of, if it's a dimension like these, integer values, they'll give you a drop down and selection. So you can click select all, you can just say none, or just individually select them. And then down here you can clear. Another cool thing is like maybe you select, there's a list of different things. Let me get a different one that has more values in it. But so example, order number, that's going to give us a lot. You could select by just selecting these, but over here on this spot right here, you have it saying a filter just in these two, or you could just say not in to filter it the opposite way. Say, give me everything except these two things. So you can also change how you're filtering. You could say to include or not include those. And then you could just say cancel if you don't want to apply that filter. And if these fields are not ones that you want to filter, you have this plus button up here in which you can select it. By selecting this, opens up every field available in this data set that will apply to this, all the dashboard below. So all these fields that are available you can filter on these and find some different fields that you want to maybe filter on. So all fields in the data set are available right here. If, again, you don't find something in the dashboard or these fields here that you want to filter on. So that's kind of the standard of that. Oh yeah, and then let's go back and let's filter a date range. So say I wanted to filter on a date range. The final big piece that people like as feature is, when you filter down to a little, well, you want to bring this in Excel or play with it, merge it with other stuff. You do have the export function. So anytime you have a table or really any visualization, there's this little box as you hover over what we call in Domo, these are individual cards. So each card has a box that will pop up when you hover over it. And when you hover over it, it gives you the option to export. So you can export this into CSV, print it as an image, essentially make it a PowerPoint or an Excel. Obviously, most of the time you're just going to be exporting this and put it in Excel or CSV. So I'll just, as an example, show it. It will download. You click on this. And so on my other screen. And then, very easily you have this in Excel where now you can filter, mess with it, and pull whatever data you want out of here in Excel. So important feature of reporting is to be able to do that. So I'll go to another common report. Let's do another one. We have let's go to cultivation and look at plants, for example. So again, it'll open a new tab on your browser. and this will load up, again, giving you high level KPI views here. We have 369 live plants right now. Here's all the strains, the phases that these plants are in, what kind of plant type was it, what's the dominance, and then, the count of plants by date that they were planted. It also features like your plant count by planting date, so you can see how many plants. Then you can, if you use the settings in platform and put in how many days each of these type of strains stay or products stay in that stage. So it will predict out or forecast out dates when they change phases to flower, and then eventually your harvest. And if you have, projected flower or yield amounts in your settings, it'll show how much you expect by what dates for any of your plants. And then down at the bottom, again, your tabular view of your report, where you have a row per plant and all the details about that plant available to you. And again, up here at the top of the filter pane, you have your filters available to you. So again, if we wanted to select a certain strain, we can select a strain. We can look at, and all right, that got to a small sample already. So just immediately can have that, and you can come down here and export and see all your plants that are of that strain. Yeah, and so again, this is kind of how you use your embedded analytics. Again, there are lots of content, lots of reports across all the verticals that should help you run or make business decisions on your data. And all the data is available to you through our embedded analytics, again, standard with MJ platform. And we do have other BI products, including Premium Analytics, which I think we will be having a future webinar on. With that, I will pause and see if we have any questions.
I do have one question from Mike. We currently have to run XLOOKUPs from multiple CSV exports to combine key inventory variables. Can variables ever be added to a report by request? More specifically, default price, unit cost, inventory quantity, and lab results all in one report.
Okay, good question. So yes, we do field enhancement requests. If you have them, get them to your AM or to our product team when those come in. And as far as making one giant data set with all of those, one thing to keep in mind when you're mixing different data sets as suggested, we'll use lab results, for example. Adding that in, a certain package can have many lab results. So we can't just combine everything together. There is data structure and integrity that we have to maintain, and why sometimes not all of those fields can be brought together, as to not duplicate rows of the data and give false outputs, especially with measures. So for the context, most of the time we make each of these data sets as wide and breadth of information as you can, but there are certain pieces that we keep, like lab results, again, from inventory. In inventory, we do provide several different lab result top requested fields, kind of like THC or CBD testing results on there, but like the entire lab result test, there's hundreds and hundreds of actual lab results. So we try to keep these as big and breadth of data in each of them, but not limitless. So if there's a business use case and a specific reason why you might need a couple of those things together, welcome to email our team or get back to us, and we can review those and discuss if that's it makes sense to do that. But we do that all the time.
I think you might have nailed it, James. So thank you all so much. And again, in addition to these embedded reports, we have a full suite of premium analytics available that we will be reviewing very soon. And again, if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to our team. Other than that, I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and there will be a survey following this webinar if you do have any suggestions for future webinars that we can review for you or do some training on for your team. Other than that, thank you. We will see you again soon. Bye.